Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you may be in the world. How's everyone doing? Loki, good afternoon. I'm assuming it's lunchtime now. And it's gonna be a sad day if I ever have to change my streaming schedule. Won't line up with your lunch anymore. All right. Well, let's just jump into it because, as per usual, we have got so much that we've got to get through. Yes. So as far as the things we are really wanting to get done today, the level progression scene, we are getting really close. We're getting really close there, and which is good. We've just got a bit more work to do. I honestly cannot remember where we stopped off. Oh, it was the paths. That's where we stopped off. That's right. So we've got all the hovering working. So when you hover over the different nodes, it'll show the levels. We've got the horizontal progression working, where, well, almost. We almost have it all working. We still need to make it so that after you've gone through a level, it puts a marker that that's where you were. I just feel like that might be useful. I don't know. Maybe it isn't necessary, but I feel like it'd be nice to have, just to kind of like see what direction you've been going, you know? Anyway, so we need to get that. We need to get the lines. I think after we have those two things done, this level scene it'll be completely functional. It's not going to be finished, but it'll be functional. So we need to finish that today. The other thing we need to do today is, let's put that into progress. Add player progress in level progress scene, front end, vertical and horizontal. It's like we're kind of working on that. So maybe we'll do that first, and then we'll do the ads. Something else that I kind of want to work on today is the spells. So after the stream yesterday, I was thinking about it. So right now, the way the spells work, right? So you pull up your spell book, you've got your spells here, you've got the 4 different elements, and you put in the dice, and you level up your spell, and that's how much damage it's doing. And that's about it. So it's minimal, but it's functional. But I was thinking, after the stream, I was wondering if it would be fun or interesting to potentially be able to kind of customize your spells a bit. So, basic idea. Let me just pull this up. So I was thinking about it, right? Thought about that last night, and then I started trying to figure out a good way to have this be represented. I was up way too late last night and never really got fully anything figured out. I don't even know if really any of my sketches could be useful. So I think what we're gonna do is we're basically just gonna stick with the same layout that we have. So this this left to right layout where like it starts here. Oops. Let's do this. Let's come over here to center section, safe room. We will turn off shop. Wait, those are the buttons. Oh, it's in the POV section. That makes sense. Turn off quests, turn on spellbook. There we go. So kind of sticking with the same left to right. So you put your dice here, and it moves over, yada, yada, yada. Normal level up stuff that we've got. But I think if we do something where, so the idea is, and let's see if I can explain this so that it makes sense. I explained it to my wife this morning, and she thought it sounded cool. And now I hope that I can explain it correctly now. So basically, the idea is, you'll start off with your elemental dice, right? So you've got your fire dice. And then as you level that up, once you hit like level 10 or something like that, you'll have a second dice here, a second dice slot. And you don't have to put in a fire dice. You could put in like a green dice, a spirit dice. So your fire spell would then become a fire spirit spell. And then once you reach the very end, then you can add a third spell. Like say, for example, if you added a poison spell, this spell would then become a flaming spirit I don't know, poison spell. It would like combine them so you can kind of customize the spells that you have. On the surface, that's how it would look. Under the hood, there wouldn't be a whole lot going on. It still is just damage, right? I mean, there will be eventually weaknesses and like elemental weaknesses with the monsters. So you could, as you're combining spells, get it to the point where you can do extra damage based on what elements you have combined. So if you were to do fire, spirit, and water into a single spell, you know, it'd be a flaming waterfall of poison or something like that. I was coming up with better names last night / this morning. But anyway, so there would just be like different spell names. And so it would be doing fire, poison, and water damage to the monsters. So you're kind of getting this boost of potential attack if any of those are weaknesses. Now there would also be a potential downfall. If the monster has a strength against one of those, it would then make it so the attack doesn't do as much. But anyway, so general idea is you can mix and match your elements on your spells, so you're kind of creating your own spells based with, you know, with the 4 different spell types. And then you could also just stick with just a straight fire spell. So you could do, if you did fire, 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 it would basically be, you know, fireball, meteor, and nuclear or something like that. Like it would be progressively more catastrophic sounding spells. Yeah. So that is the general idea of how I kind of want to change the spell. So, I think just for simplicity's sake, right now, what we're going to do is we're just going to stick with this same layout, just left to right, nothing crazy, and just go with that. Eventually, I want to do something else. Like, I would love to do some type of like branching thing. And this is where I was spending so long. Again, I stayed up till like 12:30, 1, something like that last night, just laying in bed for like 2 hours, just like doodling on my phone, trying to figure out exactly how we would want to do this. And like, I would love to, you know, eventually have, you know, if you had some type of skill tree or something like that, where like, you know, you start off with your 4 skills and then, you know, they level up and then, I don't know, that goes. Because the thing is, I can't have it like branch. I can't have it branch, right? Because if it branches, then it starts messing with the other spells. And I don't want you to be merging into other spells, because that's not how it's going to work. It's like you can't have some branching thing, right? Like where you've got your 4 spells and they kind of like branch into each other and these branch into each other and it becomes 2 spells and then they kind of branch off into 3 different spells. I don't want that, because we need the 4 elements to represent the 4 suits of the cards. So you can't really do something like this where it branches off and then you suddenly have all these other spells. Maybe eventually. I kind of consider doing something like this in the game, but I don't think I'm going to do it in this game. Maybe, if this does well enough, we do a Tomb of Versilius 2 or something like that, I may make it so that you are assigning the spells to the suits. So you can have 4 active spells, but then you can create your own, you create your own spells and then you put them into your spell book and you assign them to the suits and all that fun stuff. So maybe we'll get to that point. But for now, I think we're just going to stick simple and just go, you know, you're following a linear path with your spell book, but you can add different elemental dice into it to manipulate the spell. So I think that's what we're going to do. Tossin, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Glad you could be here. How you doing today? So this is it's a new monster I'm trying. It's called Ultra Fiesta Mango. Ooh. It's pretty good. It's different, but it's pretty good. I like it. If you've ever had it, then you'll know. I don't know. I really like the 0 sugar, like low calorie monsters. Ever since starting to drink those, anytime I go back and try to just like drink a regular monster, it's just, I don't know what it is about it. It just like affects the taste way too much. But yeah, I'm kind of liking this one. Highly recommend it. Still not better than the Peachy Keen. Peachy Keen is just top tier. And of course, the white monster. You can't top the white monster. As basic as that makes me, I love my white monster. Okay, so safe room, spellbook. Let's just do a really quick change on here. We're just going to change it visually. We're not going to change it functionally yet, but eventually we will. Tossin says, I have a really big problem. That's not good. What's the problem? What's going on? I'm assuming it has to do with game dev. I mean, if not, you can still talk about it. I'm assuming. So let's come in here. All we're going to do, this should be a pretty quick visual change. So we're just going to grab, I don't know why I'm getting so specific. I can just literally do that. So let's grab that. Let's make sure that's lined up. And then we're going to center it. Is that centered? Oh, geez, that is centered. Okay, we're going to have to change the lines a little bit, but that's fine. That's all right. Tossin says, you know G-Develop, my game engine? It has a new 3D system. Ooh. Man, that's so let me guess, you are now tempted to scrap your project and switch to, yeah, so you're trying to make a 3D game. I wouldn't say that's a big problem. If your big problem was anything like Pharaoh Inkling said, which is your stacks of cash are just too large, that would be a problem. Yeah, I would say don't look at this as a problem. Look at it as an opportunity. Do not, I will say this, do not scrap your current 2D project. Do not. Do not scrap it. Do not do anything that would change it or affect it in any way. If you want to copy it or duplicate it or something like that and try to make it in 3D, that's totally fine. But there's nothing wrong with you trying to figure out 3D and try to make that work. Yeah. Even if you spend a whole bunch of time and you learn the ins and outs for the engine and you eventually decide, you know what, this isn't for me, I'm switching back to 2D, that will not be wasted time. That will not be, you know, it won't be a mistake because you will have spent that time learning what you don't want to do. And that's fine. It's better to spend time and figuring out that you don't want to do something than constantly just sitting and wondering, should you have done that? Would it have been better? So, yeah, I would say you're looking at it the wrong way. It's not a problem. It's an opportunity. Fair Inkling said, I've scrapped my 3D projects to make a 2D project. 3D space hurts my brain. Yeah, 3D space, well, I mean, adding a whole new dimension adds 10 times the amount of problems. Plus with 3D, I will say this. I have always wished that I could have made a 3D game, right? I wish the engine of my choice had 3D opportunities and potentials and things like that, which with plugins, it does. But I feel like with 2D, there's a much broader spectrum of expectations for simplicity versus being super polished. Whereas with 3D, I feel like unless you're going hyper stylized, like if you're going for like a PlayStation 1 style graphics, I guess even PlayStation 2 style graphics, but if you're going for like that old school look and feel of 3D, that is it works. But you have to be like hyper stylized, because if you're trying to do any amount of realism, anything that's not realistic looking just sticks out like a sore thumb, and it's terrible. So yeah, I will say it does make it a lot more difficult to okay, what's going on here? There we go. It does make it a lot more difficult, especially if you're an indie dev, you're solo dev. It is difficult. I will say that. Working in 3D, much more difficult. But again, not a problem. You know, if you were working in 3D and you're like, you know what, this isn't for me, that's totally fine. And so Tossin, oh, sorry, you said my problem is I spent an hour on player movement in 3D and it kind of works, but my player character is a ball and the ball gets inside of the ground. Yeah, you will have an added layer of collision issues in 3D, which sucks. Not great, but what you should ask yourself right now, right? Ask yourself this right now. Is 3D what you want to make? Because if it's not, then yeah, then maybe it's not worth the time that you'll put into it. What is happening here? Oh, that's the poison dice. I got it. If you don't want to make 3D and you're just like, ooh, new thing, then you should probably stop now. Just saying. If you don't have any intention or desire to make in 3D, and you're like, this is just going to be a waste of time. Let's see, how should I put this? If you know that you don't want to make a 3D game, but you're just wanting to try it out and you want to see what all the new features are in the engine, then I would maybe say that could be a bit more of a waste of time. If you're on the fence about it, it is not a waste of time. If you're not sure if you actually want to make 3D, or if you know that you want to, but you want to get better at it, then 1 hour working on it, I know it's a lot, especially compared to working with 2D games. 2D is a lot more simple. 1 hour, I mean, you're scratching the surface. So don't get, trying to think of the right word. Don't feel like you are moving too slow or that you're failing because you spent an hour and you haven't gotten to the point where, if you're still working on player movement and you're flying through the ground, don't feel like that's, an issue because you're literally just learning it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not feeling very inspirational today. Yeah, I want to make 3D, but right now my engine is new to 3D, so it's not that efficient. Yeah, you could either wait then and just see if they become any more efficient, see if it gets better, see if they, just make it more manageable. But if not, there's nothing wrong with getting out on the ground level and trying to learn it in the very beginnings. So, yeah, if you want to make in 3D, stick with it. I promise you, it'll get better. You'll figure things out. You will learn how to make things quickly and efficiently with that, and it's going to be worth it. So, yeah, I would say stick with it. Pharaoh Inkling says, I'll try 3D again when I've released some games and can actually convince myself I am a competent game dev. I am going to convince you right now, you are a competent game dev. It's true. Trust me. Trust what the random guy on the internet tells you. You're competent. Godot is free and has 3D if you really want to get started. That is true. And I've used Godot a couple times. I guess I'm kind of I'm not a good source for being like, oh yeah, try this thing because it's going to be better, where I'm sitting over here just like, well, I know RPG Maker, and so that's what I'm going to stick with. Not saying there's an issue with finding an engine you like and just sticking with it. But yeah, if you want to learn 3D and you're comfortable with your engine tossing, then stick with that. If you feel like it's just not working very well and you're like, I want to make 3D, but the engine just does not work, yeah, Godot would be a fantastic way to go. I know that it is, there's a lot of tutorials to help beginners out, so going maybe that route as well, if you wanted to try that, could be a good way to go. Dawson says, I can't find anything about it on the internet because it's new. Yeah, you'll probably have to give it a little bit of time. Or, if you've got time, grind a little bit, figure out how things work, find where the pain points are, and maybe you can be the person that puts the stuff online and helps somebody else. Be like, hey, I spent 5 hours working on this thing, finally figured out that this is how you make it so you will never fall through the floor, and someone else is going to be looking for that, and they'll find your help, and it'll be great. So you could be that groundwork layer. Just a thought. Okay, so this is a general idea. You level up your spells, right? So still max is 20, but you are combining your spells. So you start with your dice. Once you get to level 10, you unlock this second one, and you can put in a new element or another fire element. So you could be, if you put a water element here, you'd have flaming liquid or something. Flaming water. I don't know. Fire water. You'd have fire water. And then if down all the way over here, if you put a poison, then you'd have the fiery liquid of noxious gas. Something like that. Just gives you a little bit of an opportunity to kind of mix and match your spells, make whatever you would want to make, and hopefully that'll be fun. Hopefully. Tassin says, in our country, we don't learn any codes until we get to around 23 years old, so I can't use Unity or other stuff. But it's not that you can't, right? Like you can spend your free time learning it, right? So you learn to code when you're in your 20s, but in your free time you could learn. Or am I misunderstanding? Okay. So let's just export this. Let's get this in there. Because again, we're gonna update it visually. We're just not going to functionally update it. Because I mean, getting to level 10 is a bit. It takes a bit. Actually, I think we can just turn off. I remember right. We can just turn off all of these, and then we've just got that. Okay, let's merge the spell book. Copy that, and let's open up in images. Pictures. What is happening? Sorted by date modified. Let's just go with name. Name is much easier to go with in here. Okay, this is a safe room. Crap. What was it? Safe room 3? Safe room 2? Safe room 2? Safe room 2. That's right. Safe room 3 is the quests. Yes. Safe room 2. Okay. What's that? Put that up there. Oh. How are we lining this stuff up? There we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, so old, new. Fantastic. Incroyable. I'm just now realizing this branching spellbook almost looks like two dudes with boxing gloves, like, and giant shoes. All right, we're gonna scrap all that though. We're gonna come back to that later. Okay, so there's the updated spellbook concept. Still a concept. Tassin says, we can, but we barely can do stuff like this because of our parents. They say we should study rather than this stuff. Yeah, that's understandable. I would definitely say it is more important to focus on school and your studies than it is to be focusing on stuff like this. Yes. So, listen to your parents. They definitely will know what is better. But yeah, if there's any free time you do have, then I would say if you wanted to, try and spend a little bit of that time if you wanted to try and learn something like this. And yeah, spending that time doing that. But again, it comes down to if you want to do it. If you don't, then you won't make time for it. If you do, as difficult it is to find free time, there will usually be some type of time you can find. Yeah, it'll be there. I promise. I promise. Okay, so forgot about that. Really quickly, we need to come into images. We're gonna go to some random dude. HUD. Gauge images. Grab all these guys. What we need to do is come in here. Yeah. Here we go. Canvas size. Let's reduce the height. That. And let's go like this. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be close enough. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Actually, if we select all, we do something like this. Yeah, there we go. That'll make it faster. Okay, so we save that. And here, we need to change the image canvas size to -8. Select all, minus the center section. Fill that in with that. Save that. Tossin says, hey, I never asked you what your real name is. What is your name? It's kind of personal. No, I'm just kidding. I've actually said it out loud a few times. My name is Kevin. So, you know, super cool name. No, I will occasionally talk to myself in third person, especially when I'm trying to do something and I'm just not getting it quite right. Like, what is happening here? Why is that still? Oh, that's okay. I'm an idiot. Come over here to gauge backs and grab the spell XP back. Yeah, sometimes I will talk to myself in third person though, so you may hear it every now and then. Yeah, my real name is Kevin. Oops. There we go. Okay, now if we come over here and pull up the spell book. Kind of breaks that, but it'll be fine. Well, probably what we're gonna eventually do is separate. Before we do that, actually, or I'm gonna say instead of doing that, what we're just gonna do for now, is we're just gonna grab this guy. We're gonna grab this guy. Go do. We're gonna go like that. Like that. Oop. Find the center. There we go. Okay, then on this one, we're just going to select there to there and delete. Delete that guy. And now there should be a gap when we come in here. Oh, it's because it doesn't need to be as long anymore. All right. This whole quick update to the visual is not going as quickly, is it? Okay, so the width now just needs to be... This is the problem. We're almost there. Only needs to be 568. So if we go canvas size, width is 568. And then that should still be centered, yes. So that. Then we come back over here, pull these guys up. We go canvas size 568. Save that. Canvas size 568. And last one. All right, there we go. Now if we come in here. What? Why? Starts here. Goes to there. What am I missing here? Width should be there to there. 568. Width of this guy should be 568. What? Okay, that makes sense. Because I need to center them. Need to center them. It's totally doable. And one more. Okay, there we go. Now we have the new visual representation here. Yes. So it just just isn't fully functional technically yet. Because then once it gets to that point, you would then unlock this next skill area, which why is that the case? Alright, well, we can't even get close to merging up to a 9. Let's do this. Backpack slot 1, currently an 8. Let's make that a 12. Pick that up and set it down. We now have a 12. Go to our spell book. Oh, that's right. Okay, we'll fix that later. So for now, we'll just say that's good. So that is the new spellbook concept, is you can mix and merge mix and match the spells so that you can create kind of your own elemental spells. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it's fun. Johnson says, sometimes I make an imaginary friend and talk to him about game development. There's nothing wrong with that. I think everyone at some point in time talks about their game development in their own heads. I mean, I talk about my game development to myself all the time, so there's nothing wrong with that. But there are also a lot of people out there that love to talk game development, so don't ever be afraid to chat about it with other people. I'm sure there are other people, even around in your immediate area, that also love development, and they would love to chat with you about it. So don't ever feel like you're alone or you're the only one, because there's plenty of people that love talking about it. All right, so back to the task at hand. We've got adding player progress in the level progress scene. So come over here to the level select screen. There we go. Okay. So we've made it so far that when you're hovering, it gives you a highlighted path, which is great. That's what we want. We just need to finish that for the rest of these. And I believe if we come in here and we make that a 3 and that a 3, I think. Let's check this. Oh, that's right. That's because the player is here. So if we put the vertical progress at 1, or the vertical position, yes. Okay, and then if we set the vertical position to 2, that means it should highlight this top one, and that one. Okay, so we haven't done, that's right, we haven't done number 3 yet. Okay, so let's do this. Let's come in here. Node 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. Okay, so node 2-1. How were we doing this before? Level select hover, level select tooltip, and then we go into all of this. I don't know. Do we do this on stream? I feel like this is extremely tedious and boring stuff. I almost wonder if I just do this off stream so you don't have to be bored through this whole thing. So I already showed how we're doing it. It's just an else handler, checking variables, all that fun stuff. Changing the opacity of the other, like the full path image. Player level progress. If it's equal to 1, do this. If it's equal to 2, do this. And then jumping into that. Yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with that, so we're gonna do that off stream. So let's take all that out. So we're not gonna do that just so I don't bore you guys. So let's do this. We have got the rest of the quests we need to finish. So let's finish up quest 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That should be a little bit better. Okay, so coming over here to the safe room, we've got the quests. So this is everything you need for quest 1. So I believe all of that is functioning all the way through. So we come over here to quests. We got gain 50 XP from combat. We accept it. Come back to the shop. And I come back to the shop because it checks your progress when you click on quests. The reason why I did it that way is because you're not really going to be completing quests in the safe room. So, quests, that's completed. Click claim. And then there you go. I did notice, though, when you clicked claim, all of the rewards disappeared for a second there. And that is because right now, this is going off of if 45 is equal to true, and if game variable's value 1111 is greater than 0, which means if there's a reward. What we need to do is say 1112, 1113, 14, and 15. Okay. Come over here, we accept this guy, go back to shop, come down here to 914. Quests, play. Okay, there we go. So, we basically just need to copy this, like all of this functionality in this button, we just need to copy paste it, and then change everything about it, and we're good to go. Although I do want to check and see. I just want to make sure this is all fully how we want it, right? So if you have the accept button, you click it, it goes down, you release, it turns on to ongoing. For some reason, when you release, though, it's doing that. Now, why would that be the case? Let's look into that. So down here, quest claim 2. Okay. Quest claim ongoing. This is if you're just hovering over it. So if quest 1 complete is on, show that. If quest 1 ongoing is on, and then so long as quest reward 1 is over 0, then show accept. So if there's a quest, show the accept button. If it's ongoing, show the ongoing button. If the quest is complete, show the claim button. Okay. So then if you're pressed, does all of that. Okay. You're released. If quest reward 1 is greater than 0, that means that there was a quest. You're good to go. You completed it. Yada, yada, yada. This one accept. Okay. So I think we just need to change this to that. Safe room quests is on. Okay, so I think it's just that one. Yep. There we go. All right. Doesn't flash anymore, so that's good. Okay. So, I think that's all functioning exactly how we want it to, so we just need to copy and paste this code. Fun times. And do that. Okay. Ugh, I need to drink some more Monster. So, quest 2 button. Let's come over here. Let's hide the spell book and show the quests. Okay, so the quest button. So, we got this guy right here. Let's come up to here. So, we got 814. 110, 814, 110. Perfect. And I believe I made it so it's just there to there. 974, 17. 170. Okay, so if you're within those confines, then this is the quest 2 button. Switch 51. So let's go to 51. If quest 1 completes, so if quest 2 complete is on, then show picture number 50. Quest claim. So we don't need to change that, just picture number 50 and where you're showing. And that should be showing at quests, complete, move you over to there. So you're 894, 142. 894, 142. Quest 2 ongoing is on. Show 152, 142. There we go. If quest rewards, so 1,111. Quest rewards 2 is greater than 0. Show that at 142. Okay, touch is pressed, and if quest 2 complete is on, show that at 142. Quest 1, if quest 2 ongoing is on, show that at 142. Quest reward 2 is greater than 0, show that one at 142. Okay, now here's where it's going to get a little bit more stuff we have to change. So, if you are released, this one's still the exact same. Quest reward 2 is greater than 0. Okay, change quest... No, and if quest reward 2 is complete. Complete quest 2. So currency, coin, plus 1,012. Change quest 1, so change quest 2 to quest complete. Change quest 2's nickname to blank. Quest rewards 2 set to 0. Quest book to 1,016. So change goal. Quest 1 assigned to, so 1,121. Quest book 2 assigned to, set it to 0. Quest 2 current. Okay, so this is where I'm now realizing we've got a bit of a problem. Because these are the Quest 1 current, Quest 2 current, and Quest 3 current. So these are the quests that are popping up down here, right? And we need to make sure, so when we're assigning the quests... Yes, okay. So when we're assigning the quests, what we need to do is assign a certain value, which I think we're doing. So we're doing quest book 1 is assigned to 1. Yes. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to say conditional branch if quest 2 assigned to is equal to 1, then change the quest 1 current to 0 and quest 1 goal to 0. But if quest 2 is equal to 2, which means it's in slot 2, then we need to change quest 1 current, which is, what was it, 914? Quest 2 current to 0, and quest 2 goal, oh my gosh, goal to 0. And then if quest 2 is equal to 3, so you're in the third slot, then set 3 and 3 goal. Okay, so we need to do this exact same thing, but up here. So quest 2 assigned 2. Before we change that to 0, we need to put that after. Because this is still going to check and see where your second... Because it's weird. There's 5 quests you can accept. There's only 3 spots that you can put them. So basically what it is you need to... So it gives you an opportunity to like pick and choose, right? And so we set a variable to say, go up here. I think it's when you... Yes, so set quest book 1 assigned to 1, 2, or 3. So this is just checking to see if you have any empty quest slots. And if you don't, then you can't accept the quest. So if you already have 3 quests, excuse me, if you already have 3 quests accepted, you can't accept a 4th. So we'll put this here, and we're going to say, so that's 1,022, so quest 1 assigned to equal to 1. Quest book 1 assigned to 2, and quest book 1 assigned to 3. So this is basically just taking into account which quest you have corresponds to the quest book that you accept the quests from. I think that should be correct. Okay, so let's come back down here. There we go. So then quest book 2 assigned to is now equal to 0. And then quest 1 complete, we need to do quest 2 complete. Turns it to off. Erase picture number 51. Wait for 60 frames. Okay, here's where we need... Okay, so we've got the... What is it? Variable 1126, which is quest book slot 1 random. So we need... Okay, so we just need to increment that by 1. So 27. Easy enough. Math4.random. Just game variables 4 plus 1, which that variable is how many quests we have, which is where we set that somewhere else. Okay, so this is the actor. So 1013, 113, 113, 12, 17, I believe. 1112, 1117. Yes, absolutely. And then over here, 1126. What is 1126? 1126 is... Okay, so it's just level 1127. Yes. So 1126 is now 27, 27, 27, 27. Perfect. And then quest rewards 1. So 1011 needs to become 1012. Show you at 146. And then if quest 2 ongoing is off, so if you haven't accepted the quest yet, then turn on quest number 2. Whew, okay. Quest 1 goal. So 915. We need to come back up here to 912. So this is basically saying... Actually, no, that is correct. So we need to check quest 1 goal if you're equal to 0. So this is if your quest 1 accepted goal is equal to 0. So if it's empty, then set quest 1 goal to quest 2 1017. Quest book 2 goal. Turn on quest 1 ongoing. This is turning on quest 2 ongoing. And then this is 1000. Quest 1 assigned to, so quest 2 assigned to is equal to 1. And then, if quest 2 goal is equal to 0, so if quest 2 is empty, or else if quest 2 is empty, then quest 2 goal is now equal to quest 2 goal, right? Quest book 2 goal. And then turn on quest 2 ongoing. And then set quest book 2 assigned to 2. And last but not least, if the quest 3 goal is equal to 0, then set quest 3 goal to 1017. Turn on quest 2 ongoing, and quest book 2 assigned to is 3. Okay. And then, if quest 2 is complete, is on, show picture 51, 146. Ooh, it was a 142. 142? 142, yes. If quest 2 ongoing, yes, quest 2 ongoing is on. Then show 51 at 142. And if 1011, so 1012 is greater than 0, then show quest accept 1, 142. And then last but not least, if save from quests is on, and if quest 2 complete is on, show 51, 142. If quest 1, so quest 2 ongoing is on, then show this, layer 51, 2. And then, if quest rewards 2 is greater than 0, show image layer 51, 142. There we go. Save it. I think we should now be able to come over here to the quest book. We can, that's not good. What's happening? Alright, so I'm erasing image layer 50 for some reason. Why is that happening? 51. Well, there's that. Got to update all those. 50. Okay, so I literally updated the first one and then nothing else. Good job, Kevin. Good job. Okay, if we come over here to the spell book, nope, quests. There we go. And then I can accept quest number 2. Explore 40 rooms in the tomb. Accept, should put it in slot 1. What do you mean gain 40 XP? Quest 2. What? Okay, so that's apparently a little broken. What if we do this, though? Slay 20 monsters in the tomb. Slay monsters, 0 of 20. Disarm 5 traps. Quest 2. Alright. Ish, alright. Oh, wait. 112 and 113. 112, 113. Okay, so that is right then. Oh. Nope. That's setting them correctly. $113. Okay, so quest 2 button. That's all of that. So if you accept the quest, that's just completing the quest. So if quest 2 ongoing is off, this is turning on ongoing. Quest 1 goal is equal to 0. Set quest 1 goal to quest book 2 goal. Quest 2 ongoing on. Okay, what's going on here? Gain 75 XP from combat. Accept. Gain XP 75. Okay. Go to the quest. Slay 10 monsters in the tomb. Accept. Slay monsters 0 of 10. Gain 50 XP from combat. Slay monsters. Did I may have messed it up here. Slay monsters. Explore rooms. Gain XP. Disarm traps. Okay. So then here's the next question. So gain 150 XP from combat, except slay monsters. Like, none of that is correct. All right, let's see what's going on here. If we hide everything else, let's turn that off so you can kind of see what's going on. Slay monsters. This is actor 112. Well, how is that even getting its stuff? Right? So 112. Hold up now. What do I do? There we go. Because this is just setting up 112, 113, 114, 115, 116. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But then you've got the actual quests themselves. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so here I believe is the issue. I set it up in such a way. I set it up with one quest in mind. Why did I do that? Like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? So we need to copy that. This is just spawning a new quest. We need to come down here. When you're setting to ongoing, I actually think this is also showing incorrectly too. We hide this, pull this up, HUD maker. If we look down, quest, HUD maker. We go here. Crap. Okay, that's fine. Let's find our blank, get our text. Man, that is a lot of text. It's not you guys. Title of reward, title of reward, title of reward, pictures, text. Okay, 0 of 1. Quest 3. Quest 2. And it should be showing everything. I do not understand it, but that's okay. Text slay monsters. Why is slay monsters already... Oh, because it's showing 112. That's right. So slay monsters, for some reason, is showing. But if we come down here to quest 2, you are 8. So slay monsters needs to be nickname 7. Refresh. Then you're if 915 is greater than 0. 915 is greater than 0. Okay, whatever. So, but here's the thing. Now, if we come in here to quest and it's gain 150 XP from combat, for some reason, why are you not showing anything? Quest 2 and text. Well, I mean, that makes sense because it's not actually... Do the 7 nickname. And you are 8 name. Let's copy that. Because that is just incorrect anyway. So you are 7's name. Okay. So then, what we need to do... Yes. Let's come in here, the initialization. Once we can get this figured out, I completely forgot that I had set it up this way, in a very buggy way to begin with, but I was trying to make sure it was actually working, and then I was supposed to fix it. I never fixed it. So, thanks, past Kevin. I appreciate that. So down here, when you accept the quest, this is where we need to actually do stuff. Let's do that. So we are setting... Yes. We're setting name 7 to... We're not grabbing the data anymore because we're not working off of that anymore. Game actors, actor 112 dot name. We're setting game actor 7's set name to game actor 112's name. Or it'd be nickname. Yes. And we don't need to set the nickname anymore. Because that's just that. These are the variables. So setting 111. Then 111 and 112. That's just the reward. So we need to set current and goal. 914 and 915. So set 914 and 915 to game variables dot value. Now, which variable is it? That is quest book 1 goal. Yes. Quest book 1 goal, so 1,116. So yeah, so 914 is the goal, correct? 914. That's current. So we don't actually need to set current. We just need to set the goal based on what that goal is. So 915. Okay, so we can actually just change this to 915, and we should be able to delete this. Okay. Now I think we test that. So if we set quest number 1 to slot 1. Hold up now. I did that wrong. Okay. Game actors dot actor 7 dot name. Okay, that's working right. Why is this one? 7. So if we copy that, and we put it over here, that works. So what if we just set you to 1? Player. Monster. Oh. Because I'm setting the name incorrectly. Gosh. Set game actors actor dot set name to let's pull this up. So I'm pretty sure that's the right command, but I just want to make sure. So RPG Maker MV script call list. We've got, I believe it's change name. Yes, change name. All right, let's see how close we were. I'm pretty sure we're like almost spot on. So game actors. Actor 7 set name game actors actor. That's what I was missing. All right, that's what I was missing. That is what I was missing. So if we come over here, we do quests, and we accept this one, gain 75 XP from combat, gain XP 75. Okay, all right. All right. So we're getting there. So now we just need to come down here. Grab you. And we're going to say, if you're having to set it to goal number 2, then you're changing number 8, still 112, and then changing. So 915 is the quest 2 goal, so 917. 917. And then 1116, I believe, will be 1117. Yes. Okay. There we go. I knew something was off. 17. Okay, so you're changing this, not changing that, this by 2, that by 1. Easy enough. So set 9 to 9, 19, and 9. Actually, no, this should stay 11, 16, right? 11, 16 is quest book 1 goal. Yes. Yeah. You stay 16. Okay, now we just need to copy this. Come down here. Ooh, this guy, right there. Then we're saying set name. So if you are equal to 1, then you're setting the actor's name of 7 to 113. And then it should be 915. Let's just double check and make sure. 915 is the quest 1 goal, yes. And then 1116 would be 1117. Then game actors 113 is where that's at. Yes. So then we set 7, set that to 8. Okay, so we need to change the first actor, but not the second. And then we need to change 915 to 917, correct? 15 to 17. Yes. And those are the only 2 things we should need to change. Easy enough. 9 and 919. Okay. Let's see what happens. So if we come over here to the quests and we accept this top one, gain 100 XP from combat, accept, gain XP, 0 of 100. But if we accept this one, explore 40 rooms in the tomb, accept, explore rooms, 0 of 40. Perfect. And then if we come over here to the quests and we've got explore 50 rooms in the tomb, wow, 2 of the same. That's fun. That'll make testing impossible. Okay, explore 40 rooms in the tomb, accept that one, it goes here, explore rooms, 0 of 40, and gain 75 XP from combat, accept, gain XP, 0 of 75. There we go. So now it shouldn't matter which way you accept the quests. It'll go into the book numerically, or when you accepted them. And yeah, sounds like a good time. Fair Inkling, I completely missed this message. I apologize. Past Kevin sounds a lot like Past Pharaoh, always screwing me over. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Freaking Past Kevin. They're always screwing us over. Oh well, that happens. I do tell myself that a lot, though. I always tell myself, that's for future Kevin to worry about. And then future Kevin arrives, and he is not happy with Past Kevin. Okay, so there we go. That took longer than it should have because we had to go in and fix that. This next one should be much faster. So we've got quest 2 button. Let's come in here. I'm going to paste that. We now have quest 3 button. All right, moving right along. This quest system will be done today. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be functional. 814, 198. 814, 198. Got 974, 258. Man, I don't know what it is about Skyrim music turned into piano music. It is just, I don't know. I love it. I love it. So 894, 230. Gotta start thinking out loud here again. Okay, so if quest 3 assigned to is equal to 1, then set... So these should stay the same then. This is just zeroing out these goals. The current and the goal. And then we're doing quest book 3 assigned to... Which one is that? 1123. So 1123 assigned to is equal to 2, then do that and that, and then if you are equal 3, then do that and that. Okay, and then 1123, set it to 0. Turn off quest 3 complete. Erase picture number 52. And then 1127, I believe, would be 1128. Yes, it is. Okay, and then we're setting 114, 114. 12 is 13. 17 is 18. Right? 1113. 3. 1118 is 3 goal. Okay. And 27 is now 28. 28. 28. 28. Okay, so that creates a new quest for you. I almost said mission. 1112 is now 1113. Greater than 0. Do that. 230. Okay, and then if quest 3 ongoing is off, then quest 3 ongoing. So if the quest 1 goal is equal to 0, we're going to add it to quest 1 goal. So quest 1 goal, set quest 1 goal to 1118. Set quest 3 ongoing to on. Quest book 3, 1123. Set it to 1. And then set 7, the actor 7's name, to 113. Nope, 114. And then set... Right? Actor 114 is quest 3. Yes. So set 114. We need to change that. And then 915 is quest 1 goal. So we are still setting that. So 915 is correct. Okay. So I just need to change these last 2. I feel like that's different from what we were doing before, but that's because we were adjusting other stuff. So. Okay, then if quest 2 goal is equal to 0, then set quest 2 goal to quest book 3 goal. Then turn on quest 3 ongoing. Set quest, so 1122, so 1123. Assign 2, set it to 2. Then we're going to say 114 and 1118. Okay. And then if quest 3 goal is equal to 0, set quest 3 goal to 1118, which is quest book 3 goal. Then turn on quest 3 ongoing. And then set quest book 3 assigned to 3, 14, and 18. And down here, if quest 3 complete is on, show that image at 230. If quest 2 ongoing is on, quest 3 ongoing is on, show 52, 230. And if quest, so 1112 is 1113. Is greater than 0, then show 52, 230. And if safe room quest is on, and if quest 3 complete is on, it's tedious. We're almost there. So quest 3 is almost done. So then if quest 3 ongoing is on, we'll do 52, 230, and if quest 3 reward is greater than 0, then show 53 to that. Perfect. Okay, let's give this a try. So if we go to quests, we should be able to do explore 40 rooms in the tomb, accept that one, explore rooms 0 of 40. We should be able to then also accept this one, slay 20 monsters in the tomb, slay monsters 0 of 20, and then gain 100 XP from combat, accept, gain XP 0 of 100. So we can accept all 3 quests now. Fantastic. And it should be able to be in any order. Here we go. Traps. Slay 5 monsters and gain 75 experience. And then let's try. We need to try U0. So slay 5 monsters, gain 150 XP. Okay, that's not right. Gain 150 XP from combat. Why is that? Knock, knock. Wow, very early. You're like 40 minutes out from your nap.
Green?
Yeah, is that green?
Light green?
Yeah, is that the green screen? Yeah, that is a bright green piece of cloth, huh? You being good? Do you want to say hi?
Microphone?
Yeah, microphone. Do you like the microphone? And the headphones?
Banana kitty?
Oh, you want to say night-night to the kitty? Want to say night-night to everybody else? Like, what do you mean everybody else? It's just you and me.
Banana kitty?
You want to say night-night to the kitty? Well, alrighty then. Yeah, you're going to say night-night to the kitty? Hey, you have fun, okay? Yeah, I love you. And gain 75. Okay, so why? I'm pretty sure we checked this earlier, though. So it shouldn't be an actual issue with the quest. With 150 XP. Oh, it is. Oh, no. Oh, no. Loki says we don't exist. To her, yeah, to her. Absolutely not. Well, there's a fun limitation I did not know that the RPG Maker skills database had. The TP cost maxes out at 100. Crap. Crap, 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 crap. Well, does that max out? Okay, so that can go to 999. Good. Okay, so you can go even higher. 10,000? Okay, so that maxes out at 9,999. That should be fine. Okay, well, we're gonna have to find something else, because maxed out TP cost at 100, that sucks. Well, let's see what we got. What do you max out? Speed? Okay, you can go to 999. Okay, you max out at 2,000. Should be fine. What about repeat? 99. Okay, you max out at 9. TP gain also 100. Okay. And then I'm assuming 100% success, that max out at 100. Okay, so we can use MP cost and speed. I don't know how I didn't realize that before. I do not know how that happened. Okay, let's do this then. We're gonna use speed and MP cost, but we're gonna change it up a little bit. We're going to set MP cost is the goal, and speed. Oop, I can spell speed. And then the speed is the reward. I mean, I could probably swap it around. The problem is I don't ever want to run into an issue of having 100 be the max of something when it comes to the quests. Like, as far as the reward goes, I don't know if I will ever give you more than 100 gold for a quest. But never say never. Maybe we could need to go up to 2,000. But I feel like having a higher cap for the goals is better than having the higher cap for the reward. For that one, I feel like 2,000 will probably be... I don't think we're ever going to go above that, so... Sin on YouTube says, I just found your channel and I know nothing about game making, but a quick Google says that there is a script apparently that can increase the TP cost to more than 100. Yeah, there probably is a script for it. The only thing is, so I was using, which thank you for joining in, Sin. I appreciate it. The only issue there is that I need to set it at a database level. And so with the script, you can increase the limit, and so that in-game, you can change how much there is, but it won't, unfortunately, change the database. And I'm using the database to manage quests a little bit more easily, kind of. So I say more easily. I'm using it to use less variables. So... but I do appreciate that suggestion. That would be a good way to go. But yeah, so it unfortunately the scripts can't edit it on the database level, which is what the actual editor would use. So yeah, kind of sucks. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why you would limit it to 100. So that's kind of weird. But I guess you have to have a limit somewhere. So that's, I guess, where they went. So we're gonna change this. So the MP cost is now the goal. And the speed is now the reward. So let's go change those really quick. Yeah, fun times. So 5-5. And again, these are all extremely cookie cutter, nothing crazy going on. We are going to change these eventually. We're going to make them more exciting. For now, though, this is what we got. Oh, crap. I forgot I need to also be changing that so that I remember what is going on. Okay, so it's 5, 20, 0, 10, 30, 0. Right? MP cost is goal, reward, yes. So 15, 40, 0. 20, 50, 0. 5, 50, 0. 10, 75, 0. 15, 100, 0. Just making sure. Okay, so 15, 150, U. We've got MP cost is the goal. Speed is the reward. Okay, that's right. That's right. I did this one slightly different because most of the other ones either are like a 1-for-1 or like exploring the rooms. You explore a lot more rooms than you actually are getting it as a reward. But with the traps, you find less traps, and some of them will be a little bit harder to disable. So that's why I did it this way. Okay, so 10, 5, 0, and 20, 10, 0. Okay, so we got MP cost and speed. Now we need to go in here and change a few things. So first up, over here. So we're setting data, skills, game variable, okay, .name, description, MP cost, and TP cost. So we need to change the TP cost to be speed. No. Because the MP cost is the goal. Yes, MP cost is goal. Speed is reward. So before, MP cost was the reward. The reward goal, it still goes reward goal, because reward is speed. So this is just speed, and this is MP cost. Now I hope that it's just speed. It might be something else, but hopefully it's just speed. guess we'll find out. Let's see what it sets to 1111 and 1116. Oh, whoops. Still had that up. Okay, so 1111 and 1116. Let's come in here. We're going to come all the way down to 1111. It's 5. And 1116 is 2. So if we go to quests, reward is 5, disarm 2 traps. Okay. And then we accept. And it should still be disarm traps 2. So we shouldn't have to change anything else because this is the initial. Well, yes. Yeah. Okay. So we do MP cost and speed. We do MP cost and speed. MP cost and speed. And last but not least, oh, that's right, because 5, we're not doing a random number. That's right. I was like, why are we not setting a random one? But that's because quest number 5 is not random, it is sequential. That's okay. Sorry, I confused myself for a second there. All right, here we go. So now we need to come in here. We need to change when it auto generates the next quest. We need to change this to speed, MP cost. And all of that should be the same. That's just the, yes, that should be the only spot that we have to change. So let's do speed and MP cost. And last but not least, speed and MP cost. Whew. As long as all goes well, we come in here to, let's full screen that again. Loki says, I also did some work on my quest system. I just got it to work with a quest that has 2 distinct objectives. Nice. That is awesome. I cannot even begin to imagine having 2 distinct objectives in my quest system. So hats off to you. That's awesome. I mean, like, I know it's doable. I'm just like, the way my quest system is set up, ooh, it would not be fun. Yeah, nice. Congratulations. I like it. It's always good to see a little and hear about a little bit of progress. So, I don't mean a little bit of progress. I mean, you're progressing, which is awesome. I'm not. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. I'm proud of you. I know it may. I'm not being like condescending or anything like that. I'm not meaning it to sound like that. So, I truly am very glad that you're making progress. I'm gonna stop talking now because I feel like for some reason the way that I'm saying it is I'm like, good job. But no, that's awesome. Yeah, I had to figure out how to look at both numbers of enemies defeated and if the enemy dropped an item. Ooh. Yeah, it's like, I know that like on the surface, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. Yeah, trying to get something like that. And I'm sure you even probably told yourself, you're like, this will be easy. And then I'm assuming you probably ran into a couple bumps in the road, but you got it working. That's awesome. I like it. So we do disarm 5 traps, 0-5, explore 40 rooms, explore rooms 0-40, explore 20 rooms, explore rooms 0-20. Let's see if we can get the quests, because I want to see, well, 100. So I guess it's specifically the XP quests that maxed that out. So everything else should be good. 50 rooms, 10 traps, 20 monsters. Let's see if we can get the XP one that was broken. Okay, there we go. Gain 150 XP from combat. Gain XP, 0 of 150. For you. Okay. Not too bad. Loki says about 20-ish lines of code. Oh. Well, that's not too bad then. I guess in my mind, making changes like that are in like RPG Maker terms, and changes like that can be an absolute nightmare. So, but hey, that's impressive. Just 20 lines of code to make it so that it takes into account 2 distinct objectives. I like it. Okay, well, there we go. So we've got gaining XP, disarming traps, and disarming traps. Cool. Okay, let's do... Let's do number 4. We're not gonna, well, we might work on number 5 as well. It's just gonna function so much differently than these ones here. We still need it though. So yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. All right, so this is the Quest 4 button. Let's move that down to there. This is 814 by 286. 814 by 286. $346. I was kind of hoping it would be 386. We'd have a 286, a 386, and we could have a 486. There's a little bit of outdated processor jokes for anyone who might understand those. I guess it's not a joke. It's a reference. Outdated processor references. Loki says, essentially, it looks at both the defeat enemy and gather item quest conditions, then merges them into a single quest type. Nice. Makes all the necessary conditions to ensure that it all aligns and displays properly since the original quest setup was just one set of conditions. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. Yeah, I guess if you're just taking those two conditions and merging them into one, like one quest type, all right, that's fair. I guess it's not as bad as in my mind I was thinking, but still, you got it done. That's what I am happy for you for. Yeah, happy for you for. Okay, 53, 54. So now you're just gonna be filling out all of your quests then, just making a whole bunch. So this is showing this image at 894, 318. 894, 318. I was expecting it to be a lot more broken than that. Yeah, I know that for me, anytime I make something new, I'm always like, here we go. What am I gonna have to fix? What are the bugs? And it's always a relief when it's not as buggy as you were expecting. Though I will say, it is a little anxiety-inducing because when you make something and there are no bugs, you just kind of have to, you're like, okay, what am I missing? What am I not seeing? And that really sucks. So, hopefully nothing like that rears its ugly head. Because that can really suck. If you're like, this is fantastic, it's working perfectly, there we go. And then you start testing it and you're like, oh, never mind, there's that. So, I will cross my fingers that does not happen to you. The first area has 26 quests available. I've filled out 14 so far. Nice. That's awesome. It's a decent amount of quests, especially for a first area. Very nice. Yeah, I'm going to need to fill out this quest system quite a bit. 53, 318. Quest reward 4. I'm actually kind of looking forward to filling out this game. Like, it's fun making new systems, right? It's always a good time. But I'm kind of excited to actually get into like the nitty gritty and like make actual quests and not just filler to be like, oh, it's working technically. Which we're going to get there. We are going to get there. It just is going to take a little bit of time. It's 4 complete. Okay, so add currency from quest for reward. Yeah, that works. I was like, is that actually how this is supposed to be functioning? But yes, it is. So set that to that. Remove the nickname from that. So it just says quest complete. Quest rewards. So 114, set it to 0. And then 11 19, set that to 0. And then if quest book 4 assigned to is 1, then set quest 1 current to 0, quest 1 goal to 0. And then if quest book 4 is equal to 2, set those. And if quest book 4 is equal to 3, set those. Okay. And then quest book 4 assigned to, set it to 0. Quest 4 complete, turn that off. Erase picture number 53. Wait for 60 seconds. And then, here's where we get all the fun stuff. So 1128 is, so we need 1129. 1129. And then game actor 115 and 115, correct? 115, yes. So set the name 115 and 115 to 11, 29, 29, 29, 29. And then 13 is 14, 18 is 19. Fantastic. Panfastic. 13. Sometimes my speech impediment, I just be a little bit of a pain sometimes. Like when my brain wants to say panfastic instead of fantastic. But I have gotten pretty good at catching it, so. Okay, ongoing, turn off. If ongoing is off, then this is you accepting the quest. So if quest 1 goal is equal to 0, then set quest 1 goal to quest book 4 goal, which is 1119. Yes. Tossin says, I'm back. Welcome back. Glad you're back. I thought you were probably gone for good, because I thought it was like midnight there. So I was like, there's no way he's coming back. I think he's just gone. But I'm glad you're back. Okay, so this one, we only need to change this last one. So 15 and 19. Then if quest goal 2 is equal to 0, then set quest goal 2 to quest book 4 goal. Set quest 4 ongoing to on. Set quest book 4 assigned to is equal to 2. I'm just realizing this one didn't change. Okay. And then 115 and 119. Tossin says, I had a nap, so I will sleep later. By the way, it's 12:41 there. Okay. I guess that's true. Yeah. Because I think you're 13 hours ahead. Yeah, because it's 11:41 a.m. here. So you're 13 hours ahead. Man, it's late. But that makes sense. If you took a nap, then yeah, you'd be going to sleep a little bit later. Okay, so if quest 3 goal is equal to 0, then set quest 3 goal to equal quest 4 goal. Quest 4 goal. Yes, quest book 4 goal. And then set quest 4 to ongoing to on. And then quest book assigned equal to 3. And then nickname for 115, 119. There we go. Tossin says, I'm having fun making 3D models. Nice. That's a good thing to do. Is there any specific purpose to the 3D models you're making? Just having fun? Making them to experiment in 3D space in your engine? Any of those are valid reasons to be working on 3D models. Quest 3 goal. Set it to quest 4 goal. Quest book 4 goal. Quest 4 ongoing is on. Set quest book 4 to 3. Okay. 15, 11, 19. Okay. We're almost there. We're making progress. Quest 3 complete. Turn on quest 4 complete. No, if quest 4 complete is on. And show that at 318. Was that what it was? 318? 318. If quest 4 ongoing is on, then show this picture. quests. So 1113 is going to be 1114. And 0. There we go. 318. Okay, last section. So if safe room quest is on, and if quest 4 complete is on, show image layer 53 at 318. Show quest 4. Nope. Quest 4 ongoing is on. Ooh, that was close. And if the reward is greater than 0, then show that. There we go. Okay, that should give us quests 1 through 4 to be functional. Come over here, slay 20 monsters in the tomb. Slay monsters, 0 of 20. So I think that's when I accepted the quest. There we go. Quest 3 ongoing needs to be quest 4 ongoing. It can always be a little bit difficult going up in numbers just because as you're progressing through the numbers, if you've got your variables named after specific things, sometimes when you cross over that number, it can make it a little bit difficult, but gain 100 XP from combat. There we go. Gain XP 100. It's ongoing. Fantastic. Let's accept slay 5 monsters in the tomb, slay 5 monsters, and explore 20 rooms in the tomb. Explore rooms, 0 of 20. There we go. Now, this should not allow us to be able to accept. Let's see what happens. And there we go. We can't accept it. So we've already got 3 out of 3 quests. Okay. Perfect. Good. Okay. That's fantastic. That's what we like to see. Now, something we could technically... We probably should still do button number 5. Whoa. Okay. The X and Y on that is very wrong. What is happening there? My guess is I put the wrong number in here. Well, I know I put the wrong number, but how wrong of a number did I put? You should be 346, but what are you? 386, 346. Jeez, come on. Come on, Kevin. It's not that hard. 346. So wait. Hold the phone, hold the phone, hold the phone. $386. 346. 346. $258. Okay. That was my own fault there. I think my mind wanted to see 386. But okay, that's good. There we go. Accept. Can't do anything. There we go. Okay. That was weird. But we got it fixed. Jesse says, hello. Hello, Jesse. Welcome back to the stream. Oh, that's right. You're the fish now. Welcome back to the stream. Well, I haven't seen the other Jesse today, except for Loki. So, hello, Jesse. Welcome back to the stream. Glad you could be here. I don't believe the third dimension is real. Mad respect for 3D modelers. Yeah, it's true. The third dimension is a myth. Hasn't been proven. So, if anyone talks about 3D, don't believe it. It doesn't exist. Towson says, I started making models for my 3D game, but now I'm making them for fun. That's totally fine. Because if you are making something, even if you're having a good time, you're still technically practicing at that thing. So, there's nothing wrong with it being fun, because it's still technically practice. So, keep it up. Keep it up. All right, let's do the 5th and final button on the quest system, and then we can be done. Ooh, we will be done with the quest system as far as being able to accept quests. Yeah, So we'll still need to fill out the quest system, right? We still need to add more quests and yada, 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 all that fun stuff. But at least it will be done to the point where we can just add whatever quests we want and we can accept them. Tasa says, hey, you have anything simple to make because I can't find anything to make. How simple are we talking? Like, you could do something like making some kind of fruit. Fruit, for the most part, have pretty simple shapes. Well, I guess it depends on what you want to be practicing, right? It's like if you want to be practicing the actual modeling itself, then going with something like, well, you've got the donut, right? Sorry, just really quick. 814, 374. 814, 374. So you've got things like donuts. That was 384, right? Crap. I shouldn't have started talking before I finished typing that in. I'm like 99% sure it was 384. 374. So close. I'm glad I double checked. Yeah, so like donuts are, I would say, a really great thing to practice with because you can go as simple as you want. 434. 434. Because you can go as simple as you want. It can literally just be you make a circle, and you can even say you're just making a jelly-filled donut, and then it's literally just like it's a circle, but then you kind of like practice with like doing kind of like an oval shape from one side and all that fun stuff. Or if you want to practice with I'm trying to remember the proper term, but it's where you like, it's not exclude, where you're basically like cutting into the model to make the hole in the middle. It's great practice with that. And then you can get a little bit crazier and you can try to put the frosting on top. You can experiment with sprinkles and different sizes of sprinkles. So there's that. And then, yeah, like different shapes of fruits. So like something super simple would be an orange. You would just make a circular object, right? But then you can add like little bumps throughout it, like add texture and things like that to make it more believable looking. I actually don't want to make fruit, vegetables, and also I don't want to make any living thing. Okay. Household objects, great way to go. You could do things like making a bowl, a plate, a broom, just very simple shapes that there's not a whole lot going on, but you kind of get to determine how much detail you put into it and how much time you're going to spend, right? Like if you're going to make a broom, like you can make a handle, there you go. You make the head of the broom. It's called the head of the broom, where the bristles are. You make the head of the broom, but then you can give that as much detail as you're wanting. Are you going to just make a general shape for the bristles? Are you going to put individual bristles? Are you going to make a whole bunch of different shapes and sizes of bristles to give it variety? So something like that could be good. You can make a table. Yeah, absolutely. Make a table. I think that'd be a great one too. You can go super simple, just a very simple square plane for the top with a bunch of, legs. Or you can get more decorative, creative. You get to go as far as you want. And yeah, I think that's a great place to start. Yeah, absolutely. Start with a table and see where that takes you. Now let's find out where this picture's going. 406. Yeah, fruits and vegetables, things like that can get a little bit boring, or if it's just not something you want to do, then definitely not worth it. Because the biggest thing about being creative is you need to make sure you're doing it because you want to do it. Being forced to be creative, never a good idea. So if you're forcing yourself to do something, it's almost impossible to get creativity flowing. And then at the end, you're not going to be happy with what you made. It's 5 complete. 54 at 406. Quest 4 ongoing. 54 at 406. Tossin says, okay, then I'll try to make it before I see you again tomorrow. Sounds good. My parents are calling and I gotta go. Bye, see you tomorrow. Good luck. Have a good night. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow. Hope the table modeling goes well for you tomorrow. Okay, so the quest's 5 reward. is greater than 0, and if quest 5 complete is on. This is the quest 5 complete function. So, currency, set it to 1115. Quest 5, set that to quest complete. Quest 5 nickname, set that to nothing. Quest rewards, so 1115, set it to 0. Quest book 4, so 1119, so 1120, set that to 0. And then, if quest book, so 1124, so 1125. 1125 if you're equal to 1, and do that. If you are equal to 2, do that. And if you're equal to 3, do that. There we go. Simple enough. 1124 is now 1125. Oh. And quest 4 complete is now quest 5 complete. Turn that off. Erase picture number 54. And then this is 1130. Pick a random number. Okay. And then you are 1116, 1116. And you're setting it to 1130, 1130, 1130, and 1130. 1115, 1120. Right? 1115, 1120. 1115 is quest reward 5, and 1120 is quest book 5 goal. Yes. All right. And then quest rewards 4, so 1115. Set that to 0. No, if you are 0, do that. 406. Okay. Quest 5 ongoing is off. This is the function for quest 5 ongoing. So quest 1 goal is equal to 0. So this is you accepting the quest. Yes. So quest 1 goal, so set quest 1 goal to 1120. Turn on 5 ongoing. Then 1125. And this one, yes, this is 116 and 1120. You are 15. Turn on 5 ongoing. 1125, set you to 2. We're doing 16 and 20. Crap. Is that right? No. 1120. So I did it wrong for this one. Okay, there we go. I'm glad I caught that. So quest 1 goal equals quest book 5 goal. Quest 2 goal equals quest book 5 goal. And quest 3 goal is equal to quest book 5 goal. Yes. Turn on 5 ongoing. Quest book 1125. You are 16 and 20. Okay, last 2 sections. So quest 5 complete is on 54, 406. Quest 5 ongoing is on, and show that at 406. If quest 5 reward is greater than 0, then show that image at 506. And then the last section. Quest 5 complete is on, show this image at 506, 406. Quest 5 ongoing is on, show that image, 406. And last but not least, quest rewards 5. Yes. 54, 406. Okay. There we go. Fantastic. So now if we come in here to the quests, do we not have a... want to have a reward for this guy yet? I don't know if we do. Ooh, that actually reminds me. We need to come down here. I forgot. So if we come down here, you, so you need to be 520. I think that's why it didn't have a reward. 520. 520. 520. 520. And 520. 3. Okay. Now I think that should actually give us, there we go, reward. Okay, so it's just because I had to switch things around and all that fun stuff. Okay, so now if we accept reach player level 2, accept level up 0 of 2, fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. All right, there we go. So we will have to change how this bottom one works, right? Because it is incremental, not random. Because these are all random, right? So anything that we set from here down to 200, it will just pull that information, slap it in the quest, and you're good to go, right? These ones, though, since they are going to be incremental, I will have to have different checks. And I'm going to need to figure out the best way to do that. We're going to get there. We'll figure it out eventually. We'll see what happens. Pharaoh Inkling says, I made a very low poly pistol as my first-ish 3D object. It really helps if you pick an object, you can get a side and front profile image. Yeah, sorry, I know that I'm a little late reading that one. It's so annoying. So the YouTube chat starts top and goes down. The Twitch chat starts down and goes up. And so sometimes I'll miss messages because it, behaves like that. I don't know. Maybe I can have some kind of alert that goes off when I get a message. So that would be useful. Sometimes I just get so focused on the code that I forget to look over the messages. So I apologize for that. But that is 100% true. If you can get a front and a side profile of an object that you're trying to 3D model, helps a ton. Or if you have just an actual object you can reference, like physical object, that helps too. Okay, so with that, we will have to figure out how we're going to do the incremental quests at some point in time. But for now, the random quests. We need to make a database of not the monsters, of the quests goals. The reason why I had monsters on the mind. So we come over here, so we can say we finished make quest 2, make quest 3, make quest 4, and make quest 5. That is all functional. You've got the buttons. That all works. I think we come over here. We should be able to be like, quests, do this one, 75 XP, player level 2, and 50 rooms. And then we can't accept any others, and those ongoings just kind of do whatever, and there we go. Just kind of nothing else you can accept. Perfect. Okay, so all of that is working. Fantastic. Freaking awesome. Let's buy all these. There we go. Look at all those dice. We got so many dice now. We can't we can't marge hardly any of them. Yeah, that's all maxed out. Okay. So, with that. Now, like I was saying, the reason why I had monsters on the mind is because we kind of decided the other day, now that we know that we can pull from these skills, right? So we set up the database of skills. I was thinking, so over here in the dungeon, we have this event right here, which is just create the bestiary. All right, I'm going to do it. Bestiary pronouns. Okay, so it is bestiary. I know you couldn't hear that, so let me do this really quick. Desktop audio. There we go. There we go. Okay, you ready for this? Here we go. Where is it? There we go. Nope, that's practice.
Bestiary. Bestiary.
So it is bestiary. I don't know why I keep forgetting that it is bestiary, but I do. Okay, so with that, the bestiary, I just have to remember that, bestiary. So we're gonna create the bestiary. So right now it's just putting it into a bunch of variables, which worked fine. It was great. And we have a whole section set aside for the bestiary. So it goes rooms, and then you've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. A lot of pages. A lot of pages of monster variables reserved, which is not needed. Because, so right now I believe it's 5 variables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it's 5 variables per monster. But what we do not need, well, is 5 variables per monster. Because if we come over here and we go into the enemies, we can create a name. We can do, actually, let's, now that we know that the this thing can sometimes, okay, well, that freaking max HP, that goes hard. Okay, so we can go high on there. And my thing is, like, I don't even know. I mean, that's good to know that we can go up to 10,000 HP. It's good to know. What about MP? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we can go up to, let's just max everything out and see how high we can go. Attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense. Okay, so that is maxed out. What about XP? Okay, you can just add crazy amounts of XP and gold, which is great. That is fantastic. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to say, actually, we don't even need max HP and HP. Because right now what we're doing is we have the monster's HP and the monster's max HP, right? Right. Now the reason why we have that is because over here, we have a variable for current room. Yes, so this is in the current room. You've got monster's HP max, monster's AC, and attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is there only 4? HP, AC, attack, XP. Where's the XP? HP, AC, attack. I have another variable for the monsters. Oh, there we go. Monster XP. And this is where you start getting into the variables just get a little bit crazy. So, monster XP, monster HP, AC, attack. So basically what it's doing when it spawns in a monster, it sets the monster's max HP, and then it sets the monster's HP to that max HP, and then copies all that stuff over. So what we can do is we can just do the monster's max HP is the max HP, and then it sets the HP to the max HP as well, but then that HP goes down, but the max HP stays the same. So if we ever have a monster that can like heal itself or something like that, you need to have the maximum starting HP so that if it ever starts going down and then it heals itself, it never heals itself past its max HP. But that'll be fine because we've got max HP. Fantastic. Awesome. And then you've got the MP. I don't think we're ever going to need MP. So we just need monster's attack, which we can use the attack. The defense, which is the monster's armor class, which we can just use defense. So I think HP, attack, defense, experience. And then right now the monsters aren't dropping gold. Okay, so let's just zero out everything that's not, I guess 1 is the lowest it can go for. That's fine. So anything that's a 1, we aren't going to be using. I think that'll be fine. Okay, so all of that to say, we come up here, you can also see, we also will not need all of this, because this is the bestiary, which we were going to create. This was going to store all of the monsters' names. And then basically it copies that name, puts it into this name so it can show it on the HUD. But we don't need that anymore either. So let's do this. We're going to create a new card. set bestiary up with database. Okay, so let's change the monsters and how all of that works so we don't have to worry about those variables anymore. So let's do this. So we've got Earth Slime. We go into the enemies. Whatever. Earth Slime. Okay. And then what are we doing right now? I mean, none of this is established, so it's just, okay, 4 HP. Cool. And then 1, 1, and 2. Okay, so 4 HP, 1 attack, 1 defense, 2 experience. Cool. And that should be all that's needed. So come over here. So we got Earth Slime. And what were the other ones? Water, poison, fire. We've kind of changed those a little bit, but that's fine. So enemies, we just copy all those guys. So yeah. All right, I will have to change things a little bit, but that's fine. We'll get it all figured out. So let's just start from the top. So we've got Fire Slime, Spirit Slime, Water Slime, and Poison Slime. Okay. There we go. Now we shouldn't need any of this anymore. We should not have to create the bestiary, because what we're going to do is over here, when it spawns a monster, spawn sigil, yada yada yada, spawn monsters. -3 to 3. Okay, so spawn stuff. So if monster or item is equal to or greater than 1, that means it is spawning a monster. So it's setting... Oh, we need to actually copy some code. This is the first time I've ever pulled stuff from the database. So yeah, so we need you. Just got a message from one of my brothers. He's watching the Samsung event, which I was gonna look into, but I was like, I'm gonna be streaming, so I'm gonna watch that afterward. Yeah, he just sent a message and he's like, base RAM 12 gig for the new S25s. So I might be getting one, because my S22 is getting a little old. It's 3 years old now, so might upgrade. Okay, so over here. Yes. So this is setting variable 98. And 98 is player X and player Y. What? So player X plus 4 times 1,000 times variable 100. Math floor random. What? So it's setting variable 98. Okay, so I think it's using this variable 98, which is player X and player Y. Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's basically, okay, so it's taking where you are and it's assigning variables. Okay, yes. Okay. So this is the traps. Yes, this is just saying spawn a monster between 1 and 4, which is what we want, because we have 4 monsters. So we will need to change that as we create more monsters. So let's add a comment. Update random number for how many monsters are in the DB. Not to be confused with the double barrel shotgun. database. Okay. So then down, that's that. That's the items. Monster item equal to 2. Right? Label dead monster. Monster item is equal to 0. So that's empty room. And then this is an item. Yes, that's the items. Okay, perfect. So then 94. Which one's 94? Current room monster. Yes. Okay, so current room monster, current room item 1, current room item 2. Okay. So then if 98, so then spawn a monster. Okay, so here's what we need to do. Here's what we're grabbing. We're doing set variable 94, which is current room monster. So the player's X plus 4 times 100, which is the player's location. Okay, perfect. And then set 98, which is the player's X, to plus 4 times 100 minus 1. Okay, that's all correct. So we're going to show picture. Monster plus 94 plus dash 1. Yeah. All right, what am I missing? So this is showing the monster. 94. So I need to do something here, but I cannot remember what it is that I need to do. So it's setting variable number 94, which is current room monster. So this is what we need to have it set what monster it is. Correct. Okay. Or was that set previously? Spawn monster. So set variable 94 to 98 plus 4 times 100. Okay. So we need to change all of this then. Yes. So 94. Comment your code, everybody. Comment your code. So if you ever have to come back and change things, it's going to be a nightmare. But I know we can update these. Okay, so we need that script. We're going to need to put that into a lot of different places. So this one right here, though. So we're setting 94, which is the current monster, current room monster. So this is what's going to determine, right? What up here is affecting that? 98, 99, 100, and 920. So 98 plus 4. So 98 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, which is room 1 monster. So that is setting that to a random number between 1 and 4. Okay, so 102. Okay. Which we do need. Yes. So then down here, we're We're then setting 94 to 98 plus 4 times 100. Okay. Yes, that's right. Okay, so it's setting the current room monster to whatever the room you're in's monster ID, which was set previously. So it's setting 94 to be between 1 and 4. Yes. And then it's setting 98 plus 4. So 98 plus 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 times whatever room you're in to be -1. Okay, yes. So then it's setting, so it's putting whatever monster is in that room's database into your current monster and then setting that to -1 to know it's basically taken it out. And if you leave, it then needs to put it back in. Yes, that is what all that is. Okay. So then you are showing monster plus 94, which is correct. We just need to make sure that when we're creating the images, pictures, monster. So you've got monster 1, monster 2, monster 3, monster 4. So we actually need to adjust these a bit then. So let's do this. We're going to add some dashes to these guys because we have changed these a little bit in the order. We'll just do this really quick. I know this is a little weird, but it is what we need to do. Okay, so you're monster 1-1, you're monster 1-2, you are monster 1-3. Okay, so that's the fire monsters. Come over here. So the enemies, so you got fire, spirit, which is green. So you're 2-1. You are 2-2. And you are... Whoa. 2-3. Okay, I am not gonna lie. I had no idea I could full screen. I know you can't see it because it's like my monitor is a different resolution than the OBS scene. But if you press F11 on a browser, like on like a file explorer window, it full screens it. Like not maximizes it, it full screens it. Huh. You learn something new every day. All right, the next one is water. So you are 3-1. 3-2. And 3-3. Which means poison is 4-1. 4-2. And 4-3. Okay, I know that was weird, but we gotta organize those according to the bestiary. Now, just to have a good distinction, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7. I just want to make sure it's pulling in all the correct stuff. So we're going to have different HP on all of them. Now, if you come back over here, spawning items, spawning monsters. There we go. Yes. So down, so that should be showing everything correctly. So then over here, set actor's name. So set actors.actor2, set name to, this is where this comes into play. So you're setting it to game actor 10 plus 94. So if we say set name to data skills, we should just be able to say set it to this dot name. So if we cut that, replace all of this. Okay, so then we've got open, close. So open. It's 1, 2, 1, 0. So we can get rid of that. Okay. let's test that really quick. Because I believe that should set the names properly. I believe. What did I do? Why is it not spawning anything? Okay, that was my bad. That is working correctly. I can't just copy and paste that code. I need to come in here, and we're gonna do data enemies 94.name. We're not doing the skills, we're doing enemies. Crap. Okay. So then if we find a monster somewhere in here. Water slime. Okay, that is correct. Let's attack you. Spirit slime, that is correct. Let's see if we can find a poison slime and a other slime. I can't remember what the other ones were. Spirit slime, we already tested you. Water slime, already tested you. Come on, game. Be good to me. Let me do my Q&A. Or my QA, not Q&A. Just one big loop. All right, game, come on. I'm trying to test this. Let me see if it's working. I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, well, if it's working right on those guys, then it should be working right for everybody else, right? Or is it broken and it's just not spawning any other? I feel like if I see another, okay, there we go, poison slime. Okay, so it's not broken. I'm just getting horrible RNG, which is understandable. That happens. I mean, I'd love to test it with a fire slime, make sure that that's working right. But I don't think that's going to happen. It's not in the cards for us today, I believe. Oh, that's right. I haven't updated this one to allow you to have... Crap. Oh, well. I guess I'm leaving dice behind. Oh, there we go. Now I've got more room. Come on. Fire slime. Fire slime. Fire slime. Give me a fire slime. There we go. Okay. So we do know those are all working. Fantastic. So that means we just need to come in here. And we need to take this. Okay, so then you should be setting 67, 68, 69, 70, and 60. That should be HP, HP, AC, attack, and experience. So you are setting value 67 to 336 plus 5 times 94. Oh, man. Okay. I know that I did this for a reason. Let's just say this. So we're setting 67. 67 is monster's HP. Okay. So we're setting 67. We should just be able to do this. How many of those do we need? How many opening parentheses do we need? We've got 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. It should just be those two, right? So 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yes. Yes, this is not dot name. This is dot... I'm assuming it's max HP, right? I believe that's what it's called. Max HP, which is probably max HP one word. Probably. It's kind of a guessing game on that one. So, yes. So set 67 to that. Which means we should also then be able to take this. Replace all of that. To max HP as well. Okay, and then 69. Nice. 69 is the AC, so the monster's defense. So what would that be? Probably DEF? I mean, it might be the full spelled out defense, but I'm assuming it's shortened to probably DEF. So DEF. Okay. And then 70 would be the monster's attack, which I'm assuming is probably ATK. And then 60 is the monster's experience, which I believe would be EXP. Let's see what happens there. We will see. We'll see what it grabs. If anything, it'll throw an error and we'll just have to figure it out. Everyone cross your fingers. Okay, so it's not pulling any of those properly. Or 94 is currently set to 3. 3, I believe, should be water slime. Okay. So it's just not pulling those properly then. It would throw an error if there was an actual problem with the code, though. So data, enemies, 94. So it's pulling the name properly. So maybe it's not max HP. Maybe it's just HP. Let's give that a try. We'll see what happens. Okay, still not pulling that correctly. But it should be, let me just check this really quick. So it should be setting 67. Just want to make sure we hide everything else. Poison slime. You're showing 67. Okay. So then 67 is still just 0. Monster HP 0. Okay. Data enemies. So maybe there's no capitalization. Max HP. Maybe we try defense. Attack. I would have assumed they would have used the abbreviations. That would have been my assumption. Yeah, still 0, 0, 0. But it does give me my experience. So it is pulling the experience correctly. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Player... Where's my player XP? Monster X, Monster Y. Vent room. I don't remember. Okay. So I don't have the proper terms then. That's it. But EXP is the proper term. Okay. So attack, defense, max HP. I feel like it wouldn't just be, and maybe it is, maybe it's just HP. Maybe. Let's take a look and see. I wish there was a way to know like what the proper terms were, you know? Like find those out. Okay, so it's not HP. What would it be? You got the terms. HP abbreviated. Parameters. Okay, basic statuses, parameters, commands, weapons. It is kind of annoying that it's not throwing an error for these, though. I don't know, maybe it would be capitalized stuff. So DEF and ATK. Well, no, because EXP is all lowercase. But if it's pulling the name and the experience, I would assume that it's pulling correctly then. But still, 0, 0, 0, but then if I attack, it gives me my experience. Oh, but why? Okay. What if you make experience caps to see what happens? So like, increase the amount of experience that it gives me? That's true. That's true. Oh, make it capitalized. Yes. Good thinking. Because if that makes it so it doesn't give me experience, then I will know that it matters. Yes. Good thinking, Loki. If I attack... Okay, so then it doesn't give me. So, capitalization does matter. Yes. So I just need to find out, how are they doing this then? So ATK, DEF, HP. Man. This is just going to be a bunch of shots in the dark, which sucks. Although I will say... Yeah, so if I attack, I get my experience. It's over here in the safe room with the quests. Name, description, speed. And see, this is why I assumed it would be just that easy. Because I literally, like, all I knew, like, when the guy responded on the forums, he did name and description. But I was like, okay, speed and MP cost, because that's over here. What it says, it's speed and MP cost. I believe, didn't I do it? Yeah, so it's MP uppercase C on cost. So that's what I would assume it would be the same thing over here. So I assume it would be max, maybe it's HP? Maybe it's a capital H on HP. I don't think it's MP cost with capital C. Yeah, so maybe it's just the H on HP is capitalized. I don't know. These kinds of shots in the dark are frustrating because I'm just like, I don't know. And then it sucks because it almost feels like it just puts all of development on hold because I'm like, I don't know. Okay. I think what we could maybe do, we go to JavaScript, RPG objects, core, manager, scenes, windows, sprites, main. I think it's in core. Enemies, max HP. Okay, so it's not RPG core. Might be objects. Enemies. This dot enemy ID. Okay, so what if we do max HP? Max HP. No. RPG managers. Okay, so data enemies. Enemies.json. Image enemies. Side view enemies. Images. Let's just back up to the top. Those are the only two references there. Max HP. Scenes. I don't think it'd be in here. Windows, sprites, and then main. Yeah, that's just that. Sprites. This should just be images. So I don't think it'd be anything in here. And then just for kicks and giggles, just to make sure. Okay, we searched all of those. Tile map, FPS meter, pictures. There's plugins, but it's not going to be in the plugins. Data. Enemies JSON. Okay, I think I maybe am seeing this now. So you've got name. Okay, so if we find EXP. P. There we go. Okay, so the term is EXP 2222. Crap. So it's saving this in a string of parameters. 4 11111 5 11111 6 11111 7 111. I had no idea that it saved the monsters in like the enemies in a JSON file. I was hoping it was still just JavaScript. Crap. Okay. Well. That could be a potential issue for this plan. So if it's saving it in a parameter, so we would do, how would we do that? So you got name and you got EXP. But we're trying to pull from, so data enemies 1. Let's just say it's data enemies 1 dot, and then would that be params? I am not I am not a JSON anything. So this is going to be extreme trial and error. Params. My guess is if I did this, params 1. I may be completely off here. Okay, cannot read property 1 of undefined. Okay, so I can't just say params 1. I mean, at least we're getting an error now, so that's good. I mean, I doubt it would be that. We may have to dive into some figuring stuff out. 1. Okay. Loki says, how much HP is it supposed to have? Is that 4? Yes. So this string, so you've got HP, MP, attack, defense, and then all the other in order. So if we go over here to enemies, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it's whatever the data is here. It's putting it. So like if I come in here, so if I set that to 2, all right, let's set the last one. So luck is now a 2. So if we do that, if we save that, it's now a 2. Params 1 or params 1. Yeah, that's what I was assuming that. So I think maybe it's just not square brackets. So right now I know it's probably hard to see. Yeah, I currently have square brackets. Yeah, I wonder if maybe curly brackets. I don't think you need the square brackets. Yeah. So maybe if we do, let's just try parentheses for the first one. We'll see what happens. It's just parentheses. Okay. So data, enemies, game variables, 1.params is not a function. Okay. I don't know how to pull JSON data using JavaScript. Let's do this. If we Google pull JSON string, how would I even word this? Pull JSON string data in JavaScript. We'll see if that pulls up anything. JSON parse in JavaScript. So count. Let's do this. Okay, so it's saying JSON equals results true count 42. What if it's something like 42, 43, 44? So that's kind of what that is, right? Oh, I think it's not supposed to have spaces. Like that. No idea. JSON parse. No, that's not right. Then try curly brackets. You are pulling from a table. Well, that's good to know. I keep calling it a string. Oops. 1. Yeah, we'll try that. So params 1. I would assume that should just pull from the first part of the table. Unexpected token. Curly bracket. Okay. I don't know. I do not know. The thing is, like, with RPG Maker, it just adds a whole new, so unexpected token. So it's not, yes, with JavaScript, I believe the curly brackets, they're indicating the start and end of code. Did I already try putting that in parentheses? Yeah, try the curly brackets. So yeah, tried that. Pulling from a table. Yeah, so data enemies, game variables value 1. Is that right? So what do I have? I've got... Yes, so data enemies, game variables value 1, dot params. It's not a function. Okay, well... Yeah, because params would think params is a function. This is not params.1. That is true. That's true. Okay. Yeah, so param... Wait a minute. Oh my freaking... Yeah, I just saw that too. Paramas. Oh, I am... Okay, I'm not saying this is going to make it work, but I am a freaking idiot. Paramas. Okay, so still unexpected token. Which I think might just be an RPG Maker thing. I think it's maybe expecting square brackets instead of the curly brackets. We may also need the curly brackets inside of the square brackets. I don't know. I am... Ooh. Okay. All right. There we go. So we got the HP pulling in. Fantastic. But I did notice for some reason it was really slow. Oh, okay. Never mind. It wasn't slow. I thought because it was pulling from the table, it was going slow. It's because I didn't give it time. It needs time to load, right? So if you'll notice, a bunch of the HUD doesn't pop up the first 2 seconds. Yes. Okay. So there we go. So Loki, yes, you caught the issue as well, which was yes, I was doing data enemies paramas. Okay. Yes, so we're pulling the data from the table, params, 4. Yes, so we're pulling the HP correctly now, which is fantastic. Those pesky paramas, yeah, it's freaking paramas. Okay, you want 0, not 1. I do? Oh, that's right, because it's setting the HP. Yes, I did notice that. Yes, you are correct. I literally, as you said that, I realized that was setting the HP to 1 and not, there we go, 7. Okay, so yes, so we want 0, yes. So that means all I have to do is increment that starting at 0 by 1 for whatever parameter I'm needing next. Okay, so the next thing we need is the attack, which would be 2, that's the third. Yes, so 0, 1, 2, yes. So if we come in here and we set this to 2 though, and I apply, save that, it should be 2, yes. Glad I could help even a little. Hey, you helped a ton. I have never tried to take anything from a JSON table via JavaScript, so we're learning all sorts of new fun things today. Okay, so yes, so we want, so 0, 1, 2, so we want 2. Yes. Oof. So much fun stuff. Come over here. We've got params. Okay, so 0 and 0 for that one, because that's HP and max HP. Defense is the next one, which the defense is 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. And then attack would be 0, 1, 2. And then XP is XP. Okay, now that we have all that figured out. Initially, the cards table I have for my game was a JSON. Whew. I mean, I know that JSON is great for tables. I know it is. I just have done 0 things with JSON tables. So when I looked at that, I was like, I am not prepared for this. Ah, crap. All right, what did I do? But we got that figured out, so I think we can close this then. We don't need this JSON file anymore. You'll do your thing. You'll be whatever. Yes. Whoops. I was missing a. I was missing that. My brain is so fried I can't even think. Parenthesis. That's what it's called. I was missing a parenthesis. So if we come up here, we're gonna skip past all this dice. There we go. Fire slime. 4 HP. 2 attack. 1 AC. We can attack. There we go. Attack again. Bam! There we go. Ooh, okay. That feels so much better. That feels so much better. Oh, I was worried there for a second that I wouldn't be able to get that figured out. So, if we come in here and we go, we'll set all of these to, well, we can leave those like that. So we're going to change the attack to 1. Okay. Defense, what if we set you to 12, 12, 14, and 14. Okay, save it. Just want to make sure. Okay, then we come up here. Dice, yada, yada, yada. Sure, whatever. Give me some more dice. Avoid the trap. Okay. Another trap. Jeez. Okay, just give me a monster, please. There we go. 5 HP, 12 AC, 1 attack. Feels good. That feels fantastic. Okay, so now that we have all of that figured out, that means, and this is going to be just such the greatest day. I know it's not going to feel that great for you, everyone watching. I know this is going to be great for you because you don't understand, but, well, you do. I'm not saying you don't understand, but I was going to have to go through, and with the bestiary, I was going to have to create 5 variables per monster to get the max HP, the HP, their AC, the attack, and the XP working. Absolute frickin' nightmare. I would not want to do that at all. And I have set aside, starting down here, I have set aside like frickin' 20 pages. Because it's, what is it? I was planning on 100 monsters. Yeah, so 500 variables I had set aside for the monsters, for the bestiary. But we can now come in here and all these blank variables that I had set aside, and I was like, I'm going to create the monsters in there. Oh, I can come in here and I can go delete to all of these freaking things. Yes, gone. There we go. Oh, feels good. Over on Twitch, oh Oh my gosh. Tematani Kyoko. Hey. Welcome back. We are having a great day here with a bunch of JavaScript and JSON going on, and it's been a little bit of a nightmare, but it's been fun. Well, it's fun now that I can come in here and I can say, oh hey, create bestiary. No more. That is gone. We no longer need that freaking event to run to create the bestiary, because in here, in the enemies, we can just create them in here ourselves. That feels good. Haven't been into some progress with the stuff yet, but I was setting up some donation stuff because I need some source of monetization. That is understandable. It's always good to be able to have a way that people can donate and help out. Ugh. So I'd say that's progress enough for you. Jesse over on YouTube says, JSON, can you see? You're just not the scripter for me. You're being very silly today. All these puns. Freaking JSON. I don't know. It's a good stuff. I'm glad that we have a database that we can store all that monster data in. But, yeah. Press X to JSON. But I'm glad we got it figured out. I'm glad we got it working. We can now just create our enemies table to create our enemies. Oh, that feels so much better. I think we established this last time, but I'm just going to call you Kyoko, because for some reason I am having a hard time with the Tamatani Kyoko. I already did have a PayPal account a couple hours ago, so recently set that up. Oh, nice. Yeah. That is very recent then. Okay, so we no longer need to establish the bestiary in the beginning. Fantastic. Okay, so we can come over here. Let's pull this up, set up bestiary with database. For you. Done. That feels good to say it's done. Okay, so at this point, we can now do... Okay, so what do we got now? So at this point, we've got... I almost kind of want to do some more with the intro. I don't think we're going to do more with the intro, because this, it's basic, bare bones, it works, it gets the job done. You can pick your model, and you can name yourself. Person. It gets the job done. Confirm. Takes you to the dungeon. Fantastic. Something we do need to fix, though, is this inventory. Because as you can see here, we have these bottom 6 grayed out, which is not what we want. So, let's do that, actually. Let's come over here, and we're going to say update dungeon. There we go. Update dungeon inventory mechanics. Because we technically have it done, we just need to, I think, just copy and paste. Because over here, right, so if we see, this is the dice move script, right? Pretty great, pretty standard. But what we need to do is just over here in the safe room, where we've got dice move, we basically just need to copy some of this code and put it in there. So, let's copy. It's just 4.1 to 5.3. Copy that, and then in here we'll paste it, because we can get rid of the shop slots. We don't need any of that. So it's just this here. Let's copy that. And then in the dungeon, we've got the dice move. We've got slots 1, 2, 3. And then that is the current room dice. So we can just paste that in there, and then cut that, and then put it there. Yes. So that should allow us to move dice around. Well, it allows us to pick up the dice from those slots. But then we need to update the released portion. So let's come back over here to the safe room. Get the dice move. Kyoko says, I was going to expand my donation space, so I was missing Throne as another donation platform. Throne? I don't think I've ever even heard of Throne. To be fair, if it's not PayPal or Coffee, I probably won't have heard of it. I don't really know many of the like donation platforms. I did both Streamlabs and Stream Elements, and Throne is probably going to be the next where I wishlist the stuff to be shipped off. Oh, okay, so it's a place where you can be like, oh, these are the gifts I'd like to receive from like Amazon and stuff like that. Makes sense. I like it. Sounds like a fun time. Okay, so it's the... I guess we can do it from either one of these. Let's just go with the spellbook. So we've got bag slot 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 3 1 3 2 3 3. And we start here at 4 1. So we just copy that. And then in here, so we've got the backpack slots. We need those. Move to first open inventory slot. Pickup is greater than... So poison dice. Water dice. Spirit dice. Oh, this is adding to spellbook. Okay, so we do not need any of that. But I believe... Okay, so we need from the else, let's cut that. And then we've got... adding to spellbooks. We don't need any of that. And you are 5-3, 5-2. Okay, so we put in the else there. Okay, and then let's copy you. And then back over here in test dungeon. Okay, so released. So we've got 3, 3. But then we have current room there. Okay, so then if we paste this is going to be really weird and buggy looking. So we paste that in else. Then basically, we need to... Oh, this is very buggy looking. 2 1 2 2 2 3 3 3 4 1 4 2 4 3 5 1 5 2 5 3. And then in the else, move to first inventory slot. But we do not need this one, so let's move it down to the bottom there. What we need is 5 1 5 2 5 3. And then this is current room 1, current room 2, adding to player health, so we don't need this. That's adding to health, dexterity, strength, and luck, which we are not using those anymore, and then first inventory slot, which only goes through those first two, plus the rooms. I think that should be fine. So we have to come down here. 13, 14, 15. Ugh, crap. That'll be fine. So in the else, 13, 14, 15. And then you're going to have to change. So you're not 13 anymore. You're going to have to be 16. And then you're going to be 17. And then we can get rid of those. Yeah, this is all sorts of a mess. So I apologize for that, but it's all going to make sense. This is how you're setting the dice down, and it's doing all sorts of weird stuff. So eventually we need to put this back into this section. But for now, a 1, 2, 1, 3... 2 1 2 2 2 3 3 1 3 2 3 3 4 1 4 2 4 3 5 1 5 2 5 3. Okay, and then current room 1, all of this stuff, and then current room 2, all of this stuff. So we should just be able to... Okay, and then adding to vitality. So I think from here down is where we need to delete. So vitality, dexterity, strength, luck. So all of this stuff, 13, 14, yes. So then all of that we can delete. Let's come back over here. Oh, I sincerely hope I'm not messing things up beyond repair. This would be so much work to bring back. I probably should have made a backup of this event before I started all this. Oh well, we're in it now. So if we cut you, and we put you in else, right? So 5, 3. So you, else. So we put you here. And then backpack slot 2. You should have an else handler, which you do. Okay. So if we come over here and we grab these guys and we come up over here to the else, put you in there, and then 16 and 17. We need to fix 16 and 17, which is current room putting down. So this is current room number 2. Let's go to current room number 1. Actually, no. We do not need those. So find empty slot. Room item 1, room item 1, room item 1, room item blah, 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 blah. It's the only thing we need to change is over here when you're picking stuff up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 1. Slot 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you need to set you to 16. And you need to set you to 17. Okay. I think, and I hope, and I pray that that should be all we need to do to make it so you can pick up and set down dice in the expanded inventory slots down here. Come over here. Okay, if we pick this up, we put it down, pick it up, put it down. Okay. If we come over here, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yep, yep, yep. Come over here, yada, yada, yada. It snaps back. Okay, I think that should all be working then. I mean, really, just QA is the only way we're going to be able to tell. So if we're going through and it doesn't seem to snap quite right, we know that we need to go fix it there. But for now, that is correct. Phew. And the only other thing we need to do is we need to update the graphics. Get out of here, Data. I don't want to look at you. I mean, I love you, Data. You're the best. You are fantastic. But I don't want to look at you right now. Okay, then if we come over... Which one would it be? Which one? Which one? Dungeon UI. That's the one. So in Dungeon UI, we just need to update you to be the correct colors. From there to there. Nope. No. We need to update these first to that. We need to update that to that. Save that. Okay. That should have that fixed, I believe. So we come in here. We've got our full expanded inventory. All the slots are open. Come over here. We've got a monster we can fight that's pulling in all the data correctly. I hate you, Jason, but thank you so much, Jason. I love you and your tables. You're amazing. Kill this guy. Okay, didn't drop a dice, but that's fine. Are you going to drop a dice? Oh, I do not have enough. There we go. Well, that's good to know that's working properly. Up to a 12. Soft hand. Still nothing. There we go. Can I drop it in? Yes, I can. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad that's working. We've got our traps that are working. Awesome. Okay, so I think at this point, we've got the dungeons working again. I mean, not that the dungeons were ever broken, but the inventory system was not up to speed like it used to. But the new monster system is working, so we can just create the bestiary in the enemies database, and that will be so much cleaner, so much easier. It's just going to be better all around. So, it's also good to know that that's where all of that information and data is stored. I never really actually had an idea. But now I do. Ooh, is that a blackjack? I think it was. So yeah, so at this point, we need to then just move on and finish the level selection screen. So that's kind of what's gonna... I mean, I did do 1 damage. That is correct. Yeah, I think that was all correct. Let's take some damage. Let's bust. Okay, so I think I broke somehow, because the screen used to flash when you took damage. Player damage. Player HP minus monster attack. Okay, well there's a problem. Currency coin is less than 0. What was that variable? What was currency coin? Currency coin is 3, which I believe was the player's HP modifier, which we have not used in a hot minute. So this is something that's been broken for a while. Crap. Well, let's come over here. Update dungeon inventory mechanics. That's good to go. Fix player damage anim. It's not really an animation. It's just a flash. But, okay, so that minuses the player's HP by the monster's attack. I think all we should be doing is not checking F3, but F50. So if player's HP is greater than 0, then we decrease. Yeah, then we just want to decrease. Oh, this was decreasing the player's... Yeah, this was decreasing the player's HP modifier, which we do not have anymore. Okay, so basically, so we're subtracting the player's HP by monster attack. That is correct. Racing picture number 7. Move picture number 7. What is picture number 7? Is that over here? Show picture 6, which is face. Oh, okay, so picture number 7 was the HP modifier. So we need to not do any of this, honestly. All of that is not needed at all. So just minus the player's HP, flash the screen. Now this is showing backgrounds player 1. That's the old background. That's why you can't see it. That's why you can't see it. So the way that it used to work was I just had a red image that showed up behind the player's card. And so it flashed behind it red. So I think something we can do instead, so the player's face is layer 6. So here's what we can do. Instead of doing this, what if we tint picture number 6 to a lot of red, no green or blue, in 0 frames, and then 2 frames later set it back to that. I think that'll work just as well. So we're doing that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then it moves the picture. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this last one We set it back to that in 30 frames. Okay. And then if the player's HP is less than or equal to 0, kill the player. Yes. And then erase picture number 4. We don't need that anymore. Transfer to death. Player being damaged is off. Okay. So that should now flash the player's character image. So here in this corner here. So my character should flash red when I take damage. Let's see if that happens. I draw it one more time. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. What if we just make it faster? Yeah, maybe if it's just faster. We'll see. He gets the job done. Gets the job done. You flash red when you take damage. And maybe we don't even need that crazy of flashing. Just a couple flashes. Just flash, 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 and then fades out. I don't know. I'm just kind of kicking the tires here and seeing what happens. Yeah, I think that's good. Just a few less flashes, and then it just fades back. Yeah, I think that's all right. Ah, you died. And then we go back to the player select screen. Happy day. I mean, it's not happy that I died, but it's happy that that works. Okay, so right now, I think we've got everything in the dungeon working. We've got everything in the safe room, for the most part, working. So I think at this point, all we need to do is get that pesky frickin' level select screen working. Because that thing has been the bane of my existence. So let's come over here. Let's update our Trello board. Fix player damage, animation. Yes, you're good to go. Add the player progress in level progress scene. Add the player's progress in level progress scene. Vertical and horizontal. Are there any other little bugs that we've been meaning to fix? Dice are controlled to level up spells. That is done. Add autoplay toggle, create main menu, fix how HP works and heals. I mean, that's kind of finished. So, add intro dialogue, draw more cards, add a 4th floor, finish the level progression scene. So I think at this point, we just need to finish the level progression scene. Which right now, come over here to this scene, and we set our starting position here. Technically, I think if I click here, it does technically take me. Well, it won't. Because of reasons. There's some stuff here in the intro map that it has to turn on before I can actually go into the dungeon and have it work. Which sucks. It's kind of frustrating. But, so yes. So at this point, the level select screen. Teleportation animation, yada, yada, yada. So it's over here. So in here, when you click, it takes you to level select to dungeon. And then I think level select to dungeon is what... So it just does all of that. I think we need another thing. Well, let's see here. So level select to dungeon. Come down here. So player level progress, vertical, sets it to 1. Sets it to 2, sets it to 3, and 4. Okay, so this is, depending on which one you click on, it's letting me know where you went. Right. Okay. And then random number 1. This is setting random number 1 to section 2, node 3, which will have the data of whether it's a safe room or you're going back to the dungeon. So I think at this point then, what we need then is, let's give this a try. So the player's vertical, level progress, vertical, equals 2. Okay. So then at the very end, we just need to say control variables. Let's do this. Let's check where this variable is. Nodes. There we go. So that's 1013. Okay. So if we just set... Wow, I was so close. So if we just set 1000... So we are starting in section 1, node 2. This is where we're saying the player currently is. So if we set this to -1... Well... So I'm trying to make it 100. That's right. So set it to 100. This is what it's where it's setting variables. Where is it showing pictures? So these are all the pictures. So this is setting the level selection nodes. No, this is setting them all. This is showing them all. Okay. Now this is set value, set value, set value. So this is not doing any picture showing. This is just all the picture showing. So if we say, right before the loop, if we set section 1, node 2 to equal 100, then that should set section 1, node 2 to be where the player's at. Okay, so that's all we have to do then. What? Oh! Oh, that's... Okay, that makes sense. So based on what you have, right? Like based on what the node is, so node 2, 3, 4, and 100, well, mostly nodes 1 through 4. There's the different tooltips, right? So you got tooltip 0, tooltip 1, 2, 3, and 4. But there is no tooltip 100, which is where the player is at. So, should we make a tooltip 100? Yes, we should. We should make a tooltip 100. So we need to open up the map layout. This is where we have all of this stuff. So over here in the map layout, we've got clear the floor of its monsters and find the sigil. Let's just change this to just... We do current player position. Whoa, what just happened? Whoops. Let's do that. Let's copy that. We just need to paste that. There we go. All right, so current player location. So this is what the tooltip will be. So this will just let you know that that is where the player currently is. 54. Let's get that centered. Okay, and then we merge that group. Go, new. Yeah. New. Paste that. Delete that. We're gonna save this in view images, pictures. Sort by. name. Tooltip 100. Okay, there we go. Now if we come back over here, we hover over that, current player location. Fantastic. Okay. Why is it not showing? I'm just gonna check this really quick. So we've got, hide everything. Okay, so maybe we need to show something. Show everything. Have I not made that yet? So it's supposed to be showing like the floor you're on, like your progress basically. Text, quest, pictures, text, gauge. Huh. Yeah, I guess I haven't made that yet. So where the blank space is on that tooltip that pops up, it should be showing something to the effect of, come back over here. Whoops. Well, yeah, floor 4-2. Which I guess makes sense that it's not showing yet. But we could show it. Oh. I always forget to do that. I always forget to close the playtest window, which takes up the whole freaking screen, and then you can't see what I'm doing. Yes, it should be showing something like that. Floor 4-2. So, let's do that, which we should have in a variable. Player level. Actually, that should be, come over here to the intro map. If we confirm, let's come into the dungeon. So we should have it be showing here. So floor 3. Okay, so what are you then? Floor, so this is variable value 72 and 100. Okay, easy enough. Let's grab, I know you can't see this because it's off screen, but I'm grabbing the stuff in here. Copy that. Yes, so that's the floor. Let's come over here to level select screen. There we go. Okay. And then how is it supposed to show again? Floor 4-2. So what we can do then is, let's hide this. You can kind of see more of what I'm doing. 12. Yeah, don't show any of that. Let's just create a new text. This is going to be 20, I believe, should be the font size. Going to center it. Add everything else. So we've got floor 0-0. Let's get the color right. And then all the way up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. That should have it centered. Perfect. Okay. So this is showing floor 0 dash, and then we need the player's vertical position. So the vertical position should be. We already have floor. Would it be floor? Well, we want the horizontal position. So 1045 and 1046 is what we should have. Right. Come over here. We hide everything else. Come to you. So you should be 1045. Which should be 1. Floor 1. And you to you. 1046, which is the horizontal position. Yeah. You are currently in floor, you're on floor 1, vertical 2. Crap. No, that is not what we want at all. Yep, that's not what we want at all. What we want is where the player is hovering. And I don't think we're actually changing any variables there. That is only if you're released. Crap. Yeah, if you're hovering, you're not changing any of that. It's just when you release. Opacity, you, if you're released. Okay, well, we can either set some new variables for that. So when you're hovering over, yeah, it'll make this section a little bit bigger, but I think that's what we'll do. So let's do control variable. Oh, look at that. We've got a nice 2 spot open. That's level select. We're going to do horizontally first. Hor and ver. Great abbreviations for those. So level select horizontal. So this would be set to 2, and then vertical would be set to 1 when you're hovering over this. So yeah, 2-1. And then basically we would just then need to go through and it would say you are now 2 and you are now 3. You're 4 and you are 5. So then it's 5 and 6. Okay. So then let's do 1, 2. Very manual process, like many things, but must be done. Doesn't have to be done. But it'll make it look better, I promise. Yes, then let's change. We hide everything, show that. So you are variable 5, and variable 6. Refresh, there we go. 2, 1, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1. Ah, I forgot to change. You are a 1. Jeez. Hitting end is not fun to do. Now something else we want to figure out. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. To hide this when you shouldn't be showing, when you erase these pictures, we're also going to set you to 0, 0. Yes. So that way, yes, right now we can test it. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 5, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, and 2, 2. And then what we're going to do is we come over here and we hide everything else and we come to this guy and we just say game variables dot value. We'll just say 5 has to be equal greater than or equal to 1. But if it's not, then it hides it. And then if it is, then it shows it. Aha, there we go. So maybe let's also change one more thing about it. Crap. Well, let's show everything. This is going to be floor. Floor that. Room that. Well, now we need to adjust the width. It's always something. Width, we'll say 400. Always something. There we go. Okay. Room 2, floor 2, room 3. Floor 2, room 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Does that make sense? I feel like it should. Floor 2, room 2. Floor 2, room 1. Because this is the floor you're on, and you're choosing the room you're going to. I don't know. We can change it later. For now, that works. Maybe we'll add another space just to, maybe we'll add another space just to, you know, have a little bit more of a divide between those two. Floor 2, room 3. I think that's fine. I think it gets the job done. It lets you know what you're looking at and all that fun stuff. Okay. So, there we go. We've now made it so that where the player is, it shows the blue. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Now it's just a matter of we need to, Are we going to want to show all paths or only the paths based on where the player is at? Because like right now, if I'm here, which I am, I could technically only go here, here, and here. But it's showing the paths for all of the places for the rooms. Yeah, I think we're going to change that. So right now it's showing level position and level paths. So I guess at maximum, yeah, I'm gonna work on that a little bit. I usually don't do much off stream, but this is definitely a very tedious and just boring thing to work with, just like working with the paths. So I'm gonna do that off stream so I don't bore everyone with that. But we got so much done today. It was a big day, honestly. I feel like we battled JSON with our JavaScript might together as a team, and I appreciate that. It's always a good time. Always nice to have people along for the ride when you're learning things for the first time. Not that I feel like I really even learned anything, but we got it figured out. So, a huge shout out to Loki. Thank you so much for helping with that and pointing out some of the things that I needed to change to try and get that working. So, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. We got the spell book changed, but it's not fully functional, where we're going to be having the spells that you can kind of mesh together, so you can make fire water or fire poison or stuff like that. So yeah, got the visuals taken care of for that. But then we'll need to get the actual functionality going here. The spell book, the quest book, that was probably the biggest, well, that definitely was the biggest thing we worked on today. But now you can come in here, you can accept quests, and there we go. We still need to make it so that when you do those things in the dungeon, it actually completes them. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I have some ideas for what we're gonna do for that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Shop, we didn't really touch it all today. We updated the, sometimes I hate that. We updated the dungeon dice moving, so you now have all 15 inventory slots, so that was big. And then probably the other really big thing, it wasn't a long thing, just a big thing, was making it so that the enemies actually pull from a database instead of just a custom-made variable database, which was not great. Yeah, so that feels really good to have all of that figured out and done. Fantastic. I guess we also updated so the player flashes when they get damaged. But anyway, yeah, so all sorts of fun stuff. Fix how the HP works and heals. Fix player damage. We fixed that. Yeah. Oh. I already have that. All right, never mind. Delete. Dismiss. Go away. How do you delete? I just want to delete it. Get out of here. Is there no delete? Edit details, move, mirror, archive. Okay, I'll archive. All right, Trello. Whatever. Yeah, so all sorts of good stuff. So I will, if I have time today, I'm probably going to work a little bit on getting the paths fixed and looking good. Because again, we did it on stream where we got it working, and now I just have to go through and just tediously input all of that data. So not very fun to watch. So I'll take care of that on my own, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's coming along. It's going great. I feel like we're getting close to these new systems being fully functional, so we can start actually just fleshing them out and making them look and feel good. So, yeah. Anyway, well, with that, I think we're going to call it a day. So thank you so much for everyone who was here. I really appreciate it. You've all been fantastic. Thank you for the chatting, for all the suggestions, all that fun stuff. It's always fantastic, and, you know, just makes it a really fun stream. So I really appreciate it. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day, or evening, afternoon, wherever you are at. I hope it's a great rest of whatever it is for you. And yeah, we will get back to this tomorrow, same place, same time. And I think that's it. So until then, we'll see you later and have a good one. Bye.